This is Graham, and I'm here in Bloomington with the co-founders of KidBlog, Matt Hardy on the left and Felice on the right. How you doing, guys?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, doing great.
We got a couple guys here fresh back from a summer in Silicon Valley, in Mountain View to be specific. They just got back a couple days ago. It's Labor Day weekend, and now we're in back to school time. So.
That's right.
How was it, guys? Who wants to go first, Matt? What was it? What was the experience like?
Yeah, it was awesome. We got a real taste of the startup culture out there. Things definitely move pretty fast, and there's an intensity. And initially, we were a little afraid that it'd be tough to get plugged in out there, but people say it's a small valley, and that is true. Once you start to meet a few people, you start to realize the network is pretty tight-knit. And so
yeah, and so the connections were made pretty quick, huh?
Absolutely.
And Dan, where were you now? You were in the offices of 500 Startups, right?
Yeah, we worked out of the 500 Startups office in downtown Mountain View and just out of our apartment, waking up, sitting at the desk, doing work. It's midnight, go back to bed, wake up.
You had an apartment close by?
Yeah, just a few blocks away.
Oh, so you could literally walk to the office.
Nice.
So, and you were in there with a bunch of other startups, right? Or
Yeah, so 500 Startups has an incubator side and a portfolio side, and so the incubator batch was sort of wrapping up, getting ready for their pitch day at the end of the summer.
They wrapped up at the end, so there were a whole mess of startups in the 500 Startups offices. Okay. So it must have been pretty wild, crowded and cramped.
It was. You could still breathe. I mean, you could move around. I think when it was kind of all hands on deck, it definitely got more crowded. But they had great events every week that you could.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
What kind of events?
Events just like how to grow your business. So engaging in social media,
learning kind of stuff where they bring in speakers and
learning about different conversions.
Or from the 4th of July fireworks. They're at the top floor of the tallest building in Mountain View.
Oh yeah.
And so you can see
across the bay, over on the bay, you mean? Or,
yeah, you can see the bay. You can see everything, and you can see where they light the fireworks up on.
Cool.
So they did events like that, just kind of social events.
Cool. So how much of the time was Dave McClure there?
He was in and out.
He travels a lot, right?
Yeah, and so we didn't see him too often, but he was definitely
Is he really as crazy as his his reputation, or wild?
Maybe, I think he's pretty down to earth, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He is. He's a great guy. So, give us sort of a recap of what you accomplished. I mean, give me 3 or 4 top points. Dan, what do you?
Well, I think one of the great things we did to kick off the summer there is actually went down to ISTE, which is the largest ed tech conference in the world. That was in San Diego. So we went down to San Diego and did that for a few days, and got our KidBlog T-shirts and all sorts of other cards and pens and things.
You had like a little booth there, or you mean?
Well, we didn't. We just did like guerrilla booths. Just impromptu, find a table, set it up. And when it was both of us standing there with our KidBlog T-shirts, it became a booth and just a crowd of people, and that's where we really got a lot of great feedback, because all the teachers had used it and say, "We love KidBlog. We absolutely love KidBlog."
Oh, that's
handing out
nice.
T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. So that was a really great way to start off.
Were you the only edutech startup from 500 startups that went down there?
There were plenty. I'm not sure about all the 500 companies, but from Imagine K-12 and just other Bay Area companies from around the country, there were a lot of startups there.
When was that event? June or July? Or?
Very end of June.
Very end of June.
4th of July.
And did it attract like a huge number of people? Is this a big event? Or?
Yeah, huge event.
16,000 teachers.
Oh my God! In the convention center.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you got a lot of great feedback there, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
A lot of love. A lot of our fellow edtech startups were sort of jealous of all the attention we were getting, so that felt good.
Well, you guys are so far ahead of a lot of them, I suppose, as far as number of users, right?
Yeah, for some, yeah.
And how's the school year shaping up coming into you're in the new school year now.
Yeah, a lot of places started up yesterday, right after Labor Day, so our numbers are climbing. We've got record numbers of daily sign-ups, and
I think we've added almost 200,000 users in the last 2.5 weeks.
Oh my gosh,
3 weeks. So
that's amazing.
We're going to knock on 2 million pretty quick.
And for the benefit of the people who haven't heard of you, give us the little 10 or 20-second elevator pitch or whatever.
Yeah, so KidBlog is a platform for teachers to create a safe, private publishing and discussion community inside their classroom, but put it online. So it's a cloud service where you can access your content from anywhere. We're basically liberating content from the paper student notebook, taking that online.
Yep, awesome. And been out there for, what, 2 or 3 years now, is it? Or?
Yeah, so we officially sort of went big time in 2010 is when we really took off.
Yep.
And it's been a pretty wild ride ever since.
Yeah, I guess. So, so what else happened out there? You already had a few investors by the time you headed out there. Did you continue raising money in that round, or where are you at with that?
Yeah, so the beginning of the summer we ended up wrapping up our seed round, so we got fully subscribed at 400K. And,
beautiful.
Which is enough to pay us now and to bring on some other people.
Yeah, and this is your first year not being a teacher for quite a few years now, right?
So I've been a classroom teacher the last 8-10 years.
Yep.
So now it's full-time KidBlog.
Yeah, that's great. So how many total investors are in now?
I think we got 5 investors between angels and 500 startups.
Pretty much all Silicon Valley based then, or?
Yeah, a few out there. Those are major investors, but we do have a few investors back here in the Twin Cities.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. So I suppose you guys are going to be doing blog posts about your experiences, or have you already? Didn't you just launch a new website, by the way?
Yeah, exactly.
When did that go live?
That went live the 21st of August.
Okay, I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to hit it yet. It's now at kidblog.com.
No, it's still kidblog.org.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, we just redesigned the front page and a big release that was what we worked on all summer.
Okay.
And that was a huge new change, and we're really happy with our new website design and our new blog with a lot more activities around our going to ISTE and our ISTE wrap up and a bunch of photos and other.
So that's all up there.
Yeah, that's
so
all
that's the best update of all for people here who are hungering in Minnesota to know about what you guys are up to. Yeah. But it is kidblog.org, but didn't you get the kidblog.com?
We do have that as well. So if you go there, it'll take you to
either or works. Right. Okay, so what's next for you guys?
Next,
hiring people?
Yeah, we've got to build our team. We did our first hire, who's actually going to come on full-time here in about a week.
Oh, who's that? Or what kind of a position?
Yeah, his name's Ryan. He's out of Pennsylvania, and he's a developer. So he's going to be working remotely and be our first technical hire.
Oh, cool. How'd you hook up with him?
Actually, through connection through Mark Grabansky, MJG International.
Oh, sure.
So he's got a lot of good connections.
Yeah, Mark and his crew did the front-end work on your new site, right?
Correct, yeah.
So it's all responsive design, works on mobile, right?
Yep, we're getting all of that going. So the key was the branding and the messaging and the illustration and all that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and I know Tanner worked on it too.
Absolutely.
Tanner Thompson
and Anton Peck did the illustration.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. Well, those guys are awesome. So everybody go check out kidblog.org or kidblog.com. And we're coming up on 8 minutes here, so I guess we got to eat. So thanks for, we'll do that now, and thanks for spending the time, and we'll get this up on Minovate and on my blog too.
Thanks, man.
So best of luck as the school year progresses here, guys.
Thanks so much. Thanks.
Okay.